2021 Toyota Tundra. You can see the camera shaking. I am actually on a gravel road right now. So this is a typical pickup fare, though it does come with specialized suspension because I have the SR5 trail version. It's 4x4. I have it in 4 high right now because of where I was filming before. I needed to make sure that I could get out of there safely without falling into the river. This one does. But it's still pretty shaky, though truth be told, and I said it in the interior, that even though I can see the bed kind of bouncing around in the back, I don't feel that disconnect with the cab, which is really nice. So in terms of power and what this thing has, like, it's loud. It's got a 5.7 liter V8. It's got a 6-speed automatic transmission, and it's good for 381 horsepower and 401 pound-foot of torque. Now, again, it's just typical pickup fare to me. You know, this thing drives big. It feels heavy. Truthfully, it's pretty easy to maneuver. I find that it has a good turning radius. It doesn't feel overly large. I don't feel like I have a huge amount trailing behind me, even though I have the full crew cab. I do have the shorter bed, so at least there's that. But, you know, otherwise it's really nice to drive. There, we just hit regular cement. Smooth sailing now. And it's done quite well in the snow. Truthfully, I've only driven it in the snow so far today, but having it locked in 4H, my back end is not sliding out, even though all my weight is up front in this with the super heavy 5.7 liter V8. Lock up your rear and you're good to go. I quite like driving this thing. It is high up. I can see everything. It's intimidating enough on the road that people do not question where I'm going to go or when I am going to go there. They give me a wide berth wherever I am, and I like that imposing nature of pickups. That's kind of one of the nicest things about driving a pickup, is that you have this kind of sense of command on the road. You know, cars generally give you what you go, you know, give you free reign to do kind of what you want to do because you're larger. And if something were to happen, they are going to come out on the short side of the whole thing. So anyways, do I like driving this? Yes. Do I want to fill up the gas tank? Not really. Again, because this is a 5.7 V8, it is a thirsty vehicle. I have gone through about a half a tank of gas so far this week, and I have not driven it too far. And I don't try and speed in this thing. I'm not heavy on the throttle just because it doesn't really make a difference. It just makes a whole lot of noise. So I've been using it carefully and sparingly. Now this has a rather large gas tank, which will be written somewhere around here. So if we consider the size of that tank and it being over $1 for a liter of gas right now, this will cost you some money at the pumps if this is going to be your daily driver. But if you have the work to do and you need a capable pickup truck that's not from one of the big three, then the Tundra is a great option. And I really like the way it drives, and I feel good in this vehicle. So yeah, it should definitely be on a short list of choices for full ownership pickup. Inside the Toyota Tundra, this is a 4x4 trail built in the SR5 version. It starts at 59,000-ish. And you know, it comes equipped with everything that you would expect in a pickup truck. Everything is very large, from the HVAC knobs to the center armrest, which I swear you could use for a baby if you really wanted to. I feel like my 9-year-old could fit in here. It is so large. It's great for purse storage and all the other things that you'd need to bring with you. Just shove it all in here. But I really like it. You know, it's rough. It is not at all refined. Nothing is delicate about this interior, but I think it is highly functional. You know, all these surfaces are fairly hard. They can be wiped down, they can be cleaned. All these buttons and knobs, again, if you're wearing work gloves or if you have heavy gloves on, you'll still be able to touch everything and turn everything, and you won't have to worry about fumbling, you know? Nice big shifter down here. I have 3 really great sized cup holders. I have more storage down here. I've got little hidden controls down here for charging, 3 USB charge ports, and then my heated seats are down here as well. So if you don't know where they are, now you do. And my steering wheel, again, nice and chunky, everything that I would need to help me along the way if I don't want to take my hands off the wheel are all here. The seat's super comfy and wide. I feel like I'm a million miles away from the passenger side, and trust me, turning on this video is interesting enough. Nice big mirrors, plenty of visibility. One of the coolest features I find in this truck actually is that you can bring down the rear window over here. So in the summer, or let's say you have something too long for the bed, which truth be told is not the biggest size. It is not a full-size bed, obviously. So if you are transporting something that's a little bit longer and you don't want it to stick out the back, you can put it through your crew cab if you'd like to. By the whole window goes down. It's not just the little one in the middle, like a lot of pickups, you can just control that middle window. This is the whole thing that comes down. And just like I absolutely loved the 4Runner window, if you remember, it was like the best thing since sliced bread for me. This thing does the same thing for me. I get super excited about it. So if it wasn't snowing and winter, I would have that open the whole time I was driving, and it would be a really nice way to get the breeze in. In terms of interior space, this thing is huge. I mean, my child can stand up fully in the back. He has so much leg room. He feels like he's a million miles away from me. And it's comfortable. It's a pickup. It's not a terribly rough ride. I find it kind of on par with the Gladiator, which is really interesting actually to do kind of a back-to-back with a real pickup versus a Jeep pickup. And I think it proved the Jeep did a really good thing with the Gladiator, and they really, especially the Mojave Edition, they really did their research and they really considered what it means to own a pickup and how it feels to drive one. You know, this, because it's the SR5 version and it's the trail version, it comes with updated suspension. It's got wishbone in the front, and while I can see the bed kind of doing this in the back, if I look in the rearview mirror when I'm on rougher surfaces, I don't feel it. Like a lot of times with the pickup, you kind of feel the bed and the cab disconnect. You don't feel it in this thing, and I like that. It's super comfortable. Of course, it's not the cheapest pickup on the market, but I think for the dollars you're paying versus what you're getting in this truck, it's really good. And yeah, okay, it's not one of the big three. You know, it's not GM, it's not Ford Nova. You know who I'm talking about, and those are the pickup makers. I think Toyota's done really well with the Tundra, and I know the Tacoma is extremely popular, but the Tundra is just as capable. You know, it's so what if it's a Japanese pickup truck? They did a really good job designing it. I think inside and out, this thing is really cool. So let's start with something that I am absolutely, totally, and completely enamored with, and that would be the exterior color of this pickup truck. I am living for this green, and not just because it's Christmas in a couple of days, but just it suits the truck so much, and it's such a vibrant green without being in your face and garish. It's such a nice mossy green. Toyota did an excellent job choosing this for the Tundra model. All right, paint job aside, let's talk about the exterior of this truck. It is big. Big in every sense of the word, from its front grille to its height. I am so happy that this SR5 version comes with the little, they're called Predator steps. I don't know, they're side steps to me, but it makes my life, being the vertically challenged person that I am, much easier getting in and out of the vehicle. It's, I don't know how they would fare in an off-road situation. I think I had the same type of side steps when I had the 4Runner TRD, and I thought that they would kind of hinder the process if you are going off-road. Now, I don't know how often you would off-road with this pickup, but I think maybe the side steps would possibly catch on things. But if you're just getting in and out in your regular suburban city life in this truck, then they are fabulous. Now, of course, you get on this particular model, which is the SR5 with the trail package, you get the blacked out Tundra decals in the back and on the side, and I absolutely love that. I think it gives it a really nice touch. There's not too much chrome. Again, you know, you get the chrome front end, but that's fine. It really is just a pickup look. I love the massive Toyota symbol, and then just everything else is really subtle. You know, it's a good looking truck. It might not be as square or manly or like oomph in your face as some of the other pickups on the road, but I do really like it. I could live with this pickup, especially in this green color. All right, guys, that's been it for me this week. Thank you so much for joining me on the Suburban.
Driving with Miranda. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can hit me up at Miss Miranda L on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook.com, Miranda Lightstone. Drop a comment below. I'm going to head back out in the Tundra. How could I not in this weather? Check you guys back next week.